now the BEx, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm closing this. So let's start opening a BEx. The transaction code you are aware of, the BEx is /RRMX. Whenever I open RRMX, it opens a BEx analyzer. BEx analyzer is nothing but it is your desktop based analyzer. We call it is BEx analyzer. Actually, it is integrated with the Microsoft Excel. So if you say that Microsoft Excel, it doesn't have any grid lines. It's completely blank. It contains add-ins button. If you see here, there is a clearly they mention it is a BEx analyzer. If you click on this BEx analyzer, you will get the menu of your BEx analyzer. So you will get this add-ins tab only whenever you use a transaction code called RRMX. Let me show you that. I'm closing this window. What in case if I open Microsoft Excel directly? Okay. Say I'm opening Microsoft Excel directly here. What happens? It contains a grid lines. Can you see the add-ins tab? Sureka, now did you find the difference?
Yes, Kiran. Now add-ins tab is not there.
Yeah, it is not there. Plus again you have a grid lines here. This is a normal Excel sheet. But if you use transaction code from the BW, it opens your BEx analyzer. It's integrated a BEx tool will be open. As we discussed how many tools we have in a BEx. BEx is nothing but it is a suite. It is a group of tools. Okay, how many tools it contains? It contains a BEx query designer, BEx analyzer, BEx web application designer, BEx web analyzer, BEx report designer. These many tools we have in a BEx. But most of the time we're going to work 80% of the time with the BEx query designer. And it is only for the desktop based reports you want, where I can see the output of the reports in a BEx analyzer, which is nothing but your Microsoft Excel, MS Excel. Then I can use for BEx query designer. And if you want to use a web application designer, we also call WAD. WAD stands for web application designer. I can get the data from your query designer, or I can get the data directly from your info provider. I have two options for WAD. But whatever the reports I design using a WAD, I have to run through the BEx web analyzer. What is a web analyzer? Nothing but your browsers. What is the browsers I have? Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Firefox. These are all your browsers. Coming back to report designer is nothing but it is only for reporting the printing the reports, like letter pads. You have a letter pad, right? In a letter pads you have a header and footer. How to make a gap in between this header and footer, then the report should come here. These settings and all can be done under reporting. So we are not going to touch most of the time reporting designer. It is not available. It is not like not available. We don't use this one. It's only for printing the reports. So most of the time we're going to work with these four tools. But majority of the time we work with these two tools: query designer, analyzer. Okay. So now I am in a BEx analyzer. So I want to create a report. Add-ins. Click on tools. Create a report. New query. It will ask you your BW username and password. Enter your username and password. It opens your BEx query designer. Okay, you want to create a new query, you need to click on create new. As we discussed, Sureka, did I explain to you what are the tabs are available here?
Yeah, explain, Kiran.
Okay, click on create new. Click on find. I have created one info cube only for BEx class because this info cube contains a lot of records. I'm using that info cube here. If you want, you can design the same info cube. Okay. Are you in a Facebook page? Did you log into my Facebook page?
Yes, Kiran, I'm there.
You are in my Facebook page, right? There is a one file I have loaded called sales transaction.
Yeah, yesterday evening, no, Kiran?
Yes. Please download that file. I'll show you how to design this info cube. Then you can start. You can keep this record while designing. Okay. Let me show you that info cube. Okay. Where is the info cube? Yes. This is the info cube. I'm going to open this structure. You can see the structure. You have to design one info cube like this. Okay, it contains a time dimension. Please, these are the time characteristics you have to add under time dimension. Once you play this video, please make a note while you playing, then you can design the cube. Then unit dimension, you know, it automatically comes. Create a dimension called sales doc number. Then add a sales order number. You have to create these info objects. Whatever the objects I'm going to show you in this info cube, you have to create your own objects. Okay, sales document number, dimension, sales order number, product dimension, product key, sales dimension, sales date dimension, you have to create shipment date, due date. This is a data type. This is a length. Every object has a data type. Can you see here? Data type, sales document number, data type, and length. You have to make sure note all these things. Customer location, I have a customer key, numeric. Geography key, numeric. Sales channel, I have a sales channel code. Character, it's only one length. Sales line number, sales item number should be there. Numeric 03. So these are all your characteristics. Once you create this info cube with all these dimensions and characteristics, go to key figures. These are all the key figures. This is a discount amount. Data type is currency. Unit/currency is 0 currency. Extended amount currency, 0 currency. Quantity is quan, 0 unit. Please design all your key figures according to this. Data type, unit/currency is currency. Clear, Sureka?
Yes, Kiran.
Any questions here? How to design?
No, Kiran.
Okay. Design like this. Then we'll come to BEx. Okay. Then you upload that, you load the data, whatever the file is available. Okay. Now you will get an info cube like this, where I can use for my BEx. Okay. Now click on rows and columns. When I click on a rows and columns, please observe here. Okay. So I have a rows and columns. Columns goes for key figures and characteristics, but rows go for only for characteristics. Okay. Let's say that expand time dimension. Let's say add 0 calendar year, say sales amount. Have we done this, Sureka, like mapping the info cube with the BEx query? Have we done this?
No, Kiran.
We have not done any exercises in BEx, right? We are explained to you what are the screens.
Yeah, simply okay, you had explained all the 5 tasks.
Okay, fine. Let's see that. Okay. What I need to do first thing is, whenever I'm creating a BEx query, okay, so first you need to find out what is the output values are displaying in a report. You have to match or validate these values with your info cube or your data target. We are doing a data validation. Then only you can find out whether your report is providing a correct results or not. Okay. If your report is not providing up according to your info cube total values, then your report is wrong. So how do I match my report with my data target? So first we need to, before creating any report, if they give you task in real time, first you need to test what values I'm getting in a query output, what values are there in the data target. Is this both are matching or not? If it is matching, then only you have to start proceeding further. If it is not matching, the data is not loaded, or there is a data is missing, you need to find out and go ahead and fix. That is the first thing. So how do I check? For that, what I have taken here, I have taken only calendar year and sales amount. So when I click on save this one, I'm going to save this as what is this? 7 a.m. batch. Yes. Copy this. 7 a.m. batch. I have two options. Either I can execute in the BEx analyzer or I can execute in the browser. But here if I click on a browser, the browser is opening here, but it doesn't have anything because they have not configured. But if I click on execute this in the BEx analyzer, it will execute in your Microsoft Excel. But there is one more option how I can see that exactly my query output in a web. There is a transaction code call / let me go back here, transaction code call RSR. When you enter this one, it will open a query monitor. The query monitor screen is nothing but you can display the query output, you can check any errors are in the query, you can debug the query, you have so many options are there. To check the query, what is my query name? rep_7 a.m. What type of query display you want to do this? I want to display my report in HTML. That's a web-based format. Then click on execute. See, it is taking some time. Why it is taking some time, I will tell you. Okay, initially it has taken some time. That is called processing time. We call it a query processing time. Okay, now please observe, I got only calendar year. I have here sales amount. Now let's say that how do I map the fields? For example, let's take 2004. I have here 85, 942, 454. Whether this amount is available in my InfoCube or not. So how do I check? I need to go back to my InfoCube. Go to InfoCube. Open your new session. RSA. This is my InfoCube. Right click on it. Select display data. Field selection for output. Select some fields. Come down. Okay, I have selected all my key figures. Let's reduce some key figures. Click on OK. Execute. So I'm getting my data for my InfoCube. So first thing what I need to do, I have to filter my data according to 2004 because I want to check what is the 2004 value. Please observe, I want to map only this 2004 85942. So I need to filter my data. How do I filter my data? Okay, so first you need to select where is your calendar year. Then according to that we'll filter. Let's say that I have not taken a calendar year here. Okay, let's go back. Field selection for output. Let's select calendar year. Now this is my calendar year. Execute. Now can you see your calendar year? Okay, select calendar year. Say filter. Okay. Otherwise, you have one more option also. Click on filter. Select calendar year. Move. Click on filter. Same thing you will get. Two-way. I want to filter 2004. Now please observe your calendar year is 2004. Once you've done this one, where is your amount? Sales amount. This is my sales amount. Select your sales amount column. Click on total. When I click on a total, please observe what is the total? 25,981. It is not matching. Why it is not matching? I'll show you. Just go back. Scroll down your system. Whatever the options are there. Please observe, by default, your InfoCube will take maximum 200 records. So, but I have more than 200 records. That's why I'm getting a wrong value. So, remove this. If I remove this, it will display all the values. Okay, now execute again. Field selection for output. Execute. See, now it is executing. The process time is taking more time. The reason because it has more records. Okay, I got all the records now. Again select your calendar year, filter, enter 2004, press enter. It will filter all 2004. Select your sales amount. This is click on total button. Now it is calculating the complete total. Yeah. Please expand your column. Can you see here 85, 942, 454? Go back your query output. Check 84, 942, 454. Is it matching, Sureka?
Yes, Kiran.
So your report is, what you need to understand, your report is correct. Okay?
Yeah.
And one more thing, still you are not convinced. You say that I have 8 years. I want to see all the 8 years in one shot in my info cube. Output level, the data should completely exactly match. Then what I need to do? I have to create my info cube data just like my query output. What is my query output? I have here only calendar year, only sales amount. It is aggregated value. I need to design my info cube output data similar like this. How do I do that? Go to your info cube. This is your query output. Go back, field selection for output. Deselect all the fields. Okay. Then you need to select only calendar year. Okay. Then come down, select only sales amount. Execute. Come down, scroll down. There is an option called use DB aggregation. Your record will be automatically aggregated. Click on expand, execute, execute. Now is it matching 2001, 2004 exactly like your query output? Clear, Sureka?
Yes, Kiran, it is clear.
Okay. So now this is how you need to map your query output with your info cube. Then you can observe that my query is providing a correct results. There is no issue with my query. Then start designing your query. Okay, come back to your query.
Okay.
So now let's start designing our report. If whenever I want to start designing a report, first you need to identify the free characteristics. What is a free characteristic here? See, for example, I have a calendar year and I'll say calendar month. I'm dragging and dropping calendar month. Whenever I click on save this one, whatever the object you're going to add into free characteristics, that object will not be displayed in the output, but it is available for drill down where you can control your output. Okay, let me save this. Go back to my query output. Just click on a back button. Re-execute. Please observe, I don't have this option in my query output. What is a query output? It is only 2 columns, calendar year and sales amount. Where is my month? Your month is here. Where? Under free characteristics. What is the purpose of that? It is available for drill down. Can you see here drill down? It is available for drill down, row wise and column wise. Whenever I click on the drill down, then the value will be displayed in your query output. I'm clicking on drill down. Now can you see the value? The values are displaying in a query output. Till the time it is not displaying on query output. That is called free characteristics. Whatever you add under free characteristics, it will not be displayed by default in your query output, but it is available for free drill down. Most of the time we use navigation attributes for drill down. Clear? This is called free characteristics. Then we have a filters. A filters contains characteristics restrictions and default values. What is the characteristics restrictions here? Okay, before that I need to show you something. What is the characteristics restrictions is, let me add month here. I'm going to save this again. Go back to your query. Go back, re-execute. Okay, So if I add this calendar year or month into the drill down, then I have an option called filter. Click on a filter. Here I have an option called what months you have to filter. I can filter the months. I can click on transfer. The data will be filtered. But please observe, I have an option called remove the filter also. So what does it mean? If you create any filters at the query output level, those filters are not fixed. And those filters can be removable at any time. What does it mean? For example, I have created a filter, but Surekha opens the same report at the same time, she doesn't see the filter. Why? This filter is not saved. Whatever the filters I create at the query output level, those filters will not be saved permanently, and it is not fixed. It is only dynamic filter only for that particular user, whoever is creating a filter. What about other users? Other users cannot see these filters. Clear, Surekha?
Yes, sir. Yes, Kiran.
So I have an option called remove the filter. But what in case if I want a static filter? What is a static filter? Fixed. If you want a fixed filter, you have to design at the query designer level, not the output level. So go to query designer level. Now I am going to filter. I have here characteristics restrictions. Okay, under this characteristics restrictions, for example, let's say that I want to restrict something. What is there? Products. Let's say we'll restrict the same thing, calendar year and month only. So how do I create a filter? Add any object under characteristics restrictions, right click on it, say restrict. When I right click on it, say restrict, it will show you the history. History in the sense, what happens in the last time? Did you use this info object last time? For how many times? For what purpose? It will display whole the history. And under this I have option called favorites, single values, value ranges, variables. You have to select single values to display all the data in this particular calendar year. I want to display data only for January 2002. Select it. Or February 2002 also. Select it. Click on OK. Expand. Now this object contains filters for only 2 months. Save it. Now execute your query. Open your query. Click on back button. Re-execute. What happens? It is displaying only 2002. Do you have an option to remove this filter?
No, because this is a static filter now. Kiran, we use this.
This is a static. It is a fixed. Every user should see this filter only. There is no change. Okay. This is called static filters. If you create at your query output level, then I am removing this too. There is an option called you have a value ranges. Value ranges are nothing but equal to, between. You have a lot of operators, less than, equal to, greater than, equal to, okay, less than or equal to, greater than, equal to, less than only, greater than only. Let's select between. What do you want between? From January to, I want the sales for example, click on single values, it will display all the things. I want from Jan 2002 to, for example, let's say December 2002, 12 months. Add this. Okay, you want this also, you can open this, Jan 2002, right? Jan 2002. Now select this. This is the value ranges in between. Save this. Execute the query. Go back. Click on F3. Re-execute. The query displays only from January 2 to here. Why it is displaying only year? I have not selected month. So you need to drill down the month. The month is coming. Okay, you feel that I don't want to drill down every time. I want to display calendar month also according to along with calendar year whenever I execute the query. Very good. If you want to do that one, you have to go back to your query designer, then go to rows and columns, then you have to drag and drop this here. Then it will display in your query output level. See, your preview also displays here only. Then save. Then go back to your query, re-execute. You don't need to filter every time, or you don't need to drill down every time. It automatically, whenever you execute, it will display in output with month. Clear, Sureka?
Yes, yes, Kiran.
And you always see there is a one result, yellow color is coming always. I don't want these results. Then go back to your query designer, select that particular object, wherever the object you're displaying. Then click on display. There is an option called result rows. Select always suppress. Then save. Then go back to your query. Back. Execute. See, there is no result now. It is gone. Done? Just give me 1 second.
Okay, okay, Kiran.
Okay, so this is how we need to do your filtering options. And you need to understand here one thing, Sureka, please be careful. If I add something here, what happens? If I add something here, what happens? And if I add something here, what happens? You should have this clarity. Is it clear?
Yeah, yeah. Yes,
If you
Kiran.
have this clarity,
So
then it
whatever we add,
yeah.
whatever we
Go
add
ahead.
under free characteristics, we can drill down at the runtime, query runtime. But
Yes.
the other two will be static, rows and columns, whatever we keep. Right, Kiran?
Yeah. Yeah, it's let me
Okay,
give
okay.
you an easy way where I can give you a better way of explanation. If you add anything under free characteristics, those will not be displayed under output.
Yeah.
Okay, see what is output? Output is in a sales figure, see sales amount and calendar year. There's only two
Yeah.
output. Here only it will display. This I can use for free characteristic only for drill down.
Yeah.
When I do drill down, then it will display. But if I
Okay,
add anything under rows or columns, please observe automatically calendar
Yeah.
year month is coming. It comes automatically in your output level.
Yes, yes.
Then go to filters. This is a characteristics filters. Okay, whatever filter you do here, you have to do. Please remember, I can create a filters only on characteristics, not on key figures. Key figures, you cannot create filters directly. It's an interview question. They'll confuse you. They'll ask you, I want to create a filter on key figures. Can I create? Straightforward answer, no. It is not possible. But there is a workaround. Okay? We'll come to that part. Okay. Now the default values are there. What is the default values? Default values, whatever you're going to add here, these will execute first. Okay? We'll come to the what is the difference in between default values and characteristics in next class. Right now, let me finish it up this one, characteristics restriction. Okay. So what happens? Let me go back to your report. It is displaying from January to December. Okay, all the sales. Now, open this restriction. There is an option exclude. If you say exclude from results, what happens? It will display all the records except these range, except January 2002 to December 2002. Rest of all records will be displayed. Click on OK. Okay. When you click on OK, Then go ahead and save, open your query, then F3, execute. What happened? Please observe the result. What is the result, Sureka?
Yeah, 2002 is missing now, Kiran.
Yes. You go to the last. This is the last row. If you go to the last row, this is the last row, 70. See, 46 by 70. 2002 is missing. Okay.
Yes.
So what does it mean? That is called excluded.
Excluded.
Yeah, I can exclude the results. That is an option. Yeah.
Okay,
Any
okay.
questions here?
No, Kiran.
Okay. So you have to be very careful what you want to do. You want to exclude or you want to include. Then if you, for example, I'm adding here, if you want to remove, simply drag and drop. For example, I'm adding here extended amount. Okay, see, when I'm dragging and dropping key figures, it is not accepting. Why?
Because it's a key figure.
Yeah, I cannot create filters. Okay, then what I have to do? For example, let's say sales order number. Restrict single value. These are all the single values. Okay, so what I can do? I'll say value ranges greater than I'll say, for example, 3. All the values will be displayed after 3. That's a greater than. Save it. See, please observe here, sales order number I have taken, but on output level I don't have a sales order number. What happens?
Yeah, maybe it will come under a drill down, Kiran.
No. Please observe properly. I have added a filter for sales order, but that is not under my rows and columns. What happens?
Don't know, Kiran.
Very simple, Sureka. If it is not added here, it will not display.
Okay.
See, now I'm going to save. I'll execute this. Re-execute. See, it is taking a lot of time because filtering. See what happens? Where is the sales order number? It is not there. Though I have added a filter. Then what I need to do? Go back to your query designer. Then add the sales order number.
Okay.
Now click on save. So you have to be very careful. People say that we created a filter but it is not displaying. If you don't display the values, how it will display? So execute again. You should have a column. Then only the values will be displayed. If you don't have a column, it will not display. It is processing. I'll tell you this. What is a processing? You'll understand. Can you see the sales order number now?
Yes.
It is all above. What is that? 1003.
3, above 3.
Greater than. Okay.
Yes,
so one more thing is there. Remove this one. I don't want. Create. I don't want to filter. I want to give this option to the users in a query runtimes. Let them to enter any value. Then they enter the sales order number is 1. The value should display 1. The report should display only 1. That is called variables. Select a variables. Click on create. Description is enter variable. What is the technical name? Sales order number. Okay. Then what is the details? Single value. Variable is option? No, it is a mandatory. People has to enter this one. Okay. Default value. You can give some default value. For example, S03 is the default value. Then click on. Let's check everything. Okay. Replace details is fine. Default value is fine. Save. Okay. Then add this. So whenever you save this, you need to add. This enter variable only. Okay. Now click on OK. Now save. What is this? Variable is nothing but at the runtime it will ask input value from the user. Whatever the value user enters, according to that report will be executed. Okay, let me show you that. Now click on execute. Okay, so default it is displaying S003 only. Okay, so let's go here. It should ask for us variable. Remove this. Restrict. Let's select variables. Create reference characteristic sales order number. Enter sales order number. S number. Mandatory. Default value. Okay. Let's say don't give a default value. What happens? Oh, S number is already existed. Okay, S number 1. Okay, select this, save it, re-execute your query. Can you see now? What is asking? It is asking to enter some value.
Yeah.
If you click on a browse, it will give you list of the values under sales order number. So the user is filtering at every time whenever he wants to run. So we don't need to give you a static. Now you can say I want this one 10010. Then execute. It will display 10010 only. And I'm getting result every time. I don't want this. Go back to here. Select your sales order number. Display result rows. Always suppress. Save. Okay, again re-execute. If I want to re-execute again, go back, re-execute. Okay, let's execute this same again. Now you're not getting result. Clear?
Yes, Kiran.
This is called variables. Variables is nothing but it will take input value from the users. Fine, Sureka?
Okay. Yeah, Kiran. It is clear
Easy now, BEx. BEx is easy for you?
Yeah, but needs practice.
Yeah, you need to do practice today only. Then only it will give you a reminder. If you do tomorrow, you'll forget everything.
Yes.
Okay, bye. See you.
Okay, sir.